Howdy. Thanks for joining us. We are a couple that loves to adventure, so come along with us and you will see some of our misadventures on our first major outing. Things didn't quite go according to plan. We had ordered a camper top for our truck. We were told it would be 2 or 3 weeks. We had a rooftop tent prepared, ready to roll, everything set up, ready to go. Well, guess what? The guy was wrong. He ended up telling us some bad information, which we later learned was the norm for this particular fella. So we ended up with no camper top in July and sleeping on the ground in a ground tent. And we had 2 sleeping pads as well. And of course, one of those would not hold air. And we were just kind of all out of sorts. And as we got up to the ridge, we started coming around much more people than we anticipated. So we were starting to get desperate. It was getting a bit late. And we finally made it up and we found this flat spot that wasn't very good. But, we had to work with what we had at the time. So we popped the tent, set up the sleeping pads, a couple of chairs, and then the guy comes to the camp and tells us they're out squatching just a couple 100 yards away, and they thought they had an encounter with what they believed was a squatch the night before that was throwing rocks at them. But we finally made it, got set up. The guy kind of rattled us a little bit. We ended up, I think, eating a sandwich just for supper that night. We had this grand plan, but it just didn't really work out. And so we were set up at Squatch Ridge, which is now what we call this particular spot on this mountain. But it all worked out. So follow along, take a look, and you'll see what we do. We'll try to get better videos and more posted as time allows. So we'll see you.
Just begun. Grab my hand, it's half the fun. 'Cause here it comes, oh here it comes, we know. Oh, we'll make it. Stand by, friend, I'm here for you. You know it's true, you know it's true. Paint this down and sing our tune. We're spinning through, we know. Oh, we'll make it. The sky is our limit now. We'll take this dance to the clouds. Blue skies in our eyes, it's our time to aim high. The sky is our limit now. We'll make it, we'll make it. Taking chances never looked this good before, this good before. We breeze through this revolving door, 'cause this is just what friends are for, we know. Oh, we'll make it. The sky is our limit now. We'll take this dance to the clouds. Blue skies in our eyes, it's our time to aim high. The sky is our limit now. We'll make it. We'll take this ladder up together. Your smile makes the universe much better. We'll take this ladder up together. Your smile makes the universe much better. The sky is our limit.
At this point, we had moved on from Squatch Ridge and were venturing toward Cooper's Creek. The GPS ended up taking us the wrong way, and we got turned around and got back into Cooper's Creek, only to discover again just a lot of people in there. We did end up finding a campsite for the night, but by this time it was getting pretty late, and you could not park where the tent pad or camp area was, so to speak, because of these gigantic boulders where apparently they placed them there to stop people from driving down to the creek. It suddenly darkened and the rain was coming, we could tell. And again, remember, we still don't have our camp, so we don't have our tent. And then the sky opened up and let go, and we decided, well, I guess we're going to have to sleep in the truck because it was all downhill. So the water was running down to where the tent area would have been. So again, thanks to the guy with the misinformation on the cap, we ended up sleeping in the truck quite uncomfortably. And after all of that, another night rattled. I managed to get just a little bit of footage of the truck, but not really the best footage. But here's what I got. So the next morning we break camp. The sun is shining. It's finally a beautiful day. So we decide we are going to head to Blood Mountain to take a look and check it out. And so far it was going pretty good. Nice beautiful drive down the mountain, winding road. We were pretty stoked about getting to Blood Mountain.
Every day is a new beginning. Every day is a gift to hold up high. Everyone has a weight to carry. Everyone has a soul, so let it shine. Don't worry about the clouds, 'cause when the skies come out, give me that sunshine, sunshine. Give me them good times, good times. Nothing but good vibes, good vibes. Give me that sunshine, sunshine. Bring on the summertime. Bring on the summertime. I will scream from the highest mountain. I will love like there's nothing in my way. I believe in the heart inside me. I believe in the hope that conquers hate. Don't worry about the clouds, 'cause when the skies come out, give me that sunshine, sunshine. Give me them good times, good times. Nothing but good vibes, good vibes. Give me that sunshine, sunshine. Bring on the summertime. Bring on the summertime. Bring on the summertime. Don't worry about the clouds, 'cause when the skies come out, give me that sunshine, sunshine. Give me them good times, good times. Nothing but good vibes, good vibes. Give me that sunshine, sunshine. Bring on the summertime. Bring on the summertime. summertime.
Well, with a couple of days left before we needed to be back, we ultimately decided to cut it short by a day and head for home. But on the way there, we decided we would stop at Watson's Mill State Park for one more night. If there was an available campsite, we were just showing up. We got there and there was 2 sites available. But again, still, we're in the tent. It's July, so it's hot. But we ended up doing a little filming the afternoon that we arrived, and then that night, once we got the tent set up, we decided to just forego any filming and then head for home. So we did manage to shoot a little footage of the covered bridge and the spillway. Watson's Mill Bridge is the longest covered bridge in the state. It spans 229 feet across the South Fork River. It was built in 1885 by Washington King, son of a freed slave and famous covered bridge builder Horace King. And the bridge is supported by a town lattice truss system held together with tree nails. At one time, Georgia had more than 200 covered bridges, but today less than 20 remain. So with that, I will leave you guys with this last bit of footage of the spillway at Watson's Mill. This was quite the adventure for us, big learning curve. We made some mistakes that we now know better to do. So if you'll just hang in there, we'll get better. Hit that subscribe button, the like button, and notification if you like what we're doing. And we will see you on the next go round.